As a new school year begins across Hampton Roads, we're learning the results from the 2023-24 Standards of Learning Assessments. Miles Hood has been digging into the numbers. So what are they saying exactly, Miles?
Yeah, the new data shows students are starting to recover from post-pandemic learning loss, but work is still needed to get them back to pre-pandemic levels. New data from the Virginia Department of Education shows year-to-year improvements in pass rates for reading, writing, math, and science across the Commonwealth. Some divisions, like Virginia Beach, saw improvements in multiple categories.
We had increases in 3 of the 5 areas, and in the 2 areas where we didn't have an increase, reading, we were at 82% pass rate, which was the same thing we had last year, and history, we were at 73%, same thing we were last year.
The division superintendent, Donald Robertson, tells me pass rates among VPCBS students are improving, but work still needs to be done.
If you don't close the gaps that you had from the previous year, it's going to be difficult for you to be more successful in the coming year because you missed some critical gaps.
At least 70% of school divisions showed 3rd through 8th grade students are improving reading and math SOL scores year to year. President of the Virginia Educators Association, Carol Bauer, says the uptick in scores can be attributed to an increase in funding.
School divisions were allowed to hire people that they knew they needed. They had the resources for our students, and that obviously impacted our students and their ability to do well on the tests.
Hopeful for the future, Robertson says it'll take a village to get students back to pre-pandemic learning levels.
We're strategic about creating those partnerships with our parents and our community supports to make sure that their time is valuably spent in supporting their own kids or kids in general's learning.
Bauer says the damaging effects of COVID and remote learning are significant despite the forward progress, and it'll be some time before we see a full bounce back in test scores. I'm Miles Hood for 13 News Now.
And last year, Governor Youngkin implemented a multi-year initiative to encourage high-intensity tutoring, summer programs, and free personalized supplemental math and reading resources.